Hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday Night and Guitar Safari. Hello there, Seth. How are you?
Hey, Charles, this is the place where we give you 5 reasons why.
5 reasons why.
5 reasons why you must buy. Why you buy.
That's right. S's cost more money.
Dude, I know we got to limit our S's. Those are like what? They're about $450 nowadays, I think, for a normal S.
But we're about 1,000 over budget for the year for S's.
Whew, S's cost a lot of money because my name has it and Charles's name has it. And
just over budget on the S's.
It's killing us. It's killing us. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well. I had a bit of a rough week, but I am. It's the weekend now, and so I'm ready.
You know, it is the week end of the week now, and we have made it to Guitar Safari.
And you know, full disclosure on our topic, I had nothing. Nothing. I couldn't come up with anything.
Nothing.
And you know, and Seth said, "How about this?" And I loved it because everybody's got 5 reasons to buy one. Everyone's got 5 reasons not to. Sure, Mom. What's one of your reasons?
Well, the first reason is you got to put the right person on the right goddamn body. All right? I got Presley over here sitting on top of your body, and I'm all freaked out. I'm just a kid, Charles. I don't know what to do. I started crying.
All right, Sherman, does that help?
Much better.
Okay.
So, Charles, I love you.
Oh, that was nice of you, Sherman.
He's such a nice guy.
Yeah, he was freaked out, though, because he was like, he thought that we had actually changed bodies. And, you know, that's just a thing. We haven't. So, 5 reasons.
5 reasons. All right, so let's see who we've got in the chat, Seth. Who do you think was the first camper in the chat?
Paul McNary?
Oh, so close.
Oh, fuck me.
But it was our music-in-law, Ryan Hall.
Ryan Hall, y'all. What up, my man? What's going on, dude?
Followed by our editor, Internationally Insane Studios.
International Insane. 5 reasons.
And then followed by Paul McNary and all the cats. And I'm thinking he was orchestrating the cats lining up on the 2 channels. And maybe that's why he made it in third.
One of the goats.
Okay.
One of the goats.
Let's see. We've got our buddy Patrick Trites is in the chat as well.
I refer to Patrick as PT.
PT?
That was like physical. I mean, like physical therapy. You hear PT a lot in your life, right? You're going to PT, whatever. But when I hear Patrick Trites, I know that if I was hanging out with him on a normal basis, like he lived down the block, I'd be, yo, what up, PT? I don't know. I don't know why, but that's. But you know, anyway,
it works. It works. Yeah. And if anyone's hungry, head over to Symmetry's house because there's about ready to be a sushi buffet over there.
What? I'm going to sushi after this, Charles.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
There you go.
Yeah, that's amazing, bro.
So, and then our buddy Ferd Burfel. Ferd Burfel had a procedure today, so he's in a little bit of pain. So he's listening in on the show, and he wants everybody to know he may not be in the chat as much as usual, but he is here. He is with us. Rest up, my friend. Feel better.
Just keep us in your ear, keep us close, 'cause we're your friends and we love you the most. We want you to heal up real fast, and if you don't, we're gonna come and kick you in the ass.
Oh my.
Well, we probably won't, especially if it was an ass procedure, because that would be messed up, dude.
And probably everyone's favorite YouTube star, Ben Coombs, is in the chat.
Brother Ben. Mm-hmm. The master of tone has graced us.
And followed by Big Wave Dave.
Shredding.
And our friend Josh Tanberg is in the chat.
What up, Josh?
And he has been getting the rods ready for the show, right? Because they
getting close, right? The weather's changing.
I think it's this weekend. It's this weekend, yeah.
Well, dude, what are you doing? Well, you better be listening while you're moving. Have us in the earbuds while you're working.
And so Eddie Faye is in the chat. And followed by Ryan of OE812. Vox Guitar Rocks. Martian Murray, Guitar Man 45. Blue Mox is in the chat. Yeah, let's see. BC Rich 581 is in the chat. BC Rich 581
Nice.
the guest on Chatting with Charles this Sunday. So
What?
do not miss that.
Yeah, that's amazing. Look at the catalog is growing so well. So we have such a fine catalog of our guitar community over on Chatting with Charles to meet who everybody is and get a little taste of what their guitar journey has been to get them here.
Definitely. I think it brings us closer together as a community to be able to learn a little bit more about each other. So I love it.
Or we discover that we hate each other and never want to talk to each other again. You're like, oh, thank God.
And both those things are good to know.
I fucking figured that out early, right? I often tell kids that might have something about them that people would tease or they would mess with them and haha, look at you. I say, you know what? At least you have something to you that helps you figure out who their assholes are real quick.
That's right.
And you don't have to even deal, because if people are just nice to you up front, then you got to figure out if they're.
I think that's a good way to look at that too.
Yeah, totally right. I mean, it's one of the things is I had a student that had alopecia. And one of my best friends that I used to work with had alopecia. And that's the way he described it to me. He said, you know, it's that the people, because he liked me because I didn't care whether or not you had any hair or not. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know, I get it. Things are different. Something happened and you're a little different. And so he's like, yeah, man, guys like you, that's cool because you figure out real quick who's going to be a dick to you if they're going to pick on you about that, right? Something you have no control over and you're just born with. You're going to pick on somebody about that. You're kind of not the human. You're not the elevated human species I want to hang out with. Anyway, I digress.
There you go. No, good. We got McCallum Music in the chat as well. Welcome in. Hip Metal Works, Randy Crooks.
What? Hip Randy? Yes, I think I even saw a Sadie Lamp duo in here who's been working hella hard doing music.
Oh yeah. We got Michael Kraus.
Michael, what up, dude?
And I know we've talked about Vox Guitar Rocks as well. I'm pretty sure we gave them a shout out. Dwight, the Hitman Bailey, is here with us.
What up, Dwight Bailey?
Yeah,
you said Ryan from OU812, but I didn't do the.
Oh, would you like to do it?
U812.
Excellent. And they're going to have another great show on Sunday. So
Ryan, if I send you, I will send you the headstock.
Oh my!
We cut off and bloody, and when I the whole internet knows when I say the headstock. Dun dun dun. Just so you can have it, man. I just want you to enjoy its company for a little while,
Seth, we're lucky. We're lucky tonight because Octopus Ears' work schedule has changed, and so now he can come bug us on the Friday show too.
That's Octopus Ears has a double.
Gotta love that guy.
There. What up?
And you got a chance to meet with him and Laz recently, didn't you?
He did not come, but I got to have dinner with Laz, and that was cool. We had pizza. Right down from, so he ended up coming to Bananas at Large, which is kind of a famous place in the Bay Area for buying gear. And so since he was in town, he hit me up, and it worked out because my wife was off working an NA gig, so she was busy that night. And I was like, yeah, I mean, let's just meet up. It's nice to meet someone from the internet community and, meet them in person and give them because we should do that, right? And we should make ourselves available. If we
can get together with each other, why not? Let's do it.
We should do that. Closer. Yeah. And I felt proud of actually doing it because it is a little weird meeting somebody. Felt like a girl going on a Tinder date. Like, am I gonna get murdered? No, I'm just joking, Laz. Laz was super cool. He was very generous and friendly and a happy dude, had very good vibes. Couldn't say enough good things about his personality and just how I got to know him in 1 hour. I felt like I definitely did invite him to come back to the house during the summertime and do some deck time, relaxing and just chilling. And who knows, maybe his wife and my wife would hit it off. You never know.
You never know.
That'd be cool.
That'd be good.
And we could just stagger down. We could just go down to the rehearsal studio. You know what I mean? And then I'd have a reason because he's in Livermore. I visit my mom every now and then. But if I had a buddy down there with a music studio, which I guess kind of now I do because we're a little bit buddies.
Pretty much.
Although he ain't here tonight.
Well, we'll have to start calling him out and making him come.
Octopus, text him and be like, maybe he's working or driving. He's a hardworking dude as well. So,
all right, so let's do this. Let's kind of start. Seth, what's a reason why you'd buy a guitar?
Okay, reason why. Number one reason, because I wrote my reasons down, Charles. Number one reason, need a
Stop
specific...
telling everybody I didn't do my homework.
I roundabout did that through like telekinesis between you and I, because we're guitar brothers. But yeah, because I wrote it down in very light pencil to where no one can actually see whether I wrote it or not. No, I did, but it was a mechanic's pencil. Which, if you didn't know, mechanics or woodworking pencils are exactly an inch wide and exactly a quarter inch thick, right? So if you need to measure, you need another pencil. But
that's right.
All right. So if you need a specific tone, that was my number one reason to buy a guitar. Because to me, I was born with like already 3 guitars, I think. So the only reason to buy another one would be I need a specific tone. That's the number one reason, not the only reason. Excuse me. I misspoke.
Welcome in, Time Surfing Alien, and I agree with you. That is one that makes my list too. When you're looking for a guitar that does something different than what you already have, right?
Yeah,
it does this different thing, totally. Right? And so, hence when I did the LP Junior there.
Right.
It got a Filtertron, right?
Totally. That's why I need a P90, which I don't have, and I need some kind of Filtertron, which I don't have in the mix-up right now. And I need a telly back. I have a great telly, but I lent it to a really good friend. Andrew, you're good, brother. Don't sweat it. But I don't have a telly in the house right now because, he's got my nice gold and blue telly.
There's a telly right behind you.
Oh, but it's got a humbucker in it, my friend.
Oh, you mean traditional telly? Okay.
Yeah, so I can so we're talking tones, and stuff.
I got you.
Yeah, exactly. Both those, all my tellies right now are humbucker tellies. It's kind of ridiculous, right? I got a bunch of Les Pauls as well.
They're already chiming in here, Seth. BC Rich, probably the best reason, right? No reason not to,
I don't have one like it already.
Because I don't have one like it already.
I love it. Exactly. Perfect. I mean, yeah.
But then he used it both as a reason to buy and a reason not to buy. It looks like, right? Because I don't have it on already, but maybe there's a reason why I don't have one like it already.
Right. When I was flipping guitars, I used to say, I haven't flipped one of those yet, and then you could do the same thing. Maybe there's a reason why I haven't flipped one of those yet.
Mm-hmm. So Vox Guitar Rocks is bringing in reason number one, not for me to buy a new guitar. Not to buy a new guitar. Okay,
not.
Adding a guitar means I own more guitars than I know chords.
That's you play bass, dude, right? Mainly, so you know all the chords. You're just playing the notes that are the chords. Do we want to alternate from reasons to reasons not to, or we want to go through the list of how do you want to do it?
As long as we're here, let's do the one-on-ones. Eddie Faye says if you don't have a guitar, that's the number one reason to buy a guitar.
Yeah, everybody should have a guitar. I was born with a guitar.
And I'm just kind of work through some of the answers in the chat here. I like my guitar. Marcia Murray likes his guitars like he likes his woman, fat-bottomed.
Yeah, I was actually delivered using a 7 1/4 inch fretboard. Don't ask me more about that.
Ben Coom says if it plays well and it's priced right, he snags on it. So for sure.
So there we go. Amazing deal / find number 2.
Okay, so let's slide into number one reason not to buy a guitar.
Okay, bad vibes. The person is a jerk. Either the salesperson in the store, or the person online, or the person that you deal with, whatever, or there's bad vibes involved. I don't want it.
Mm-hmm. And keep in mind, my number one here is coming from a guy that buys guitars that need to be fixed all the time.
Right.
If it's a complete basket case.
Yeah.
Right, totally. Because all the missing parts and the things that you can't replace or that are going to be harder to replace are going to end up costing you more in the long run after you've done all the other really cool things to it, right? Fix to finish.
Sometimes it's just not worth it. Yeah. like I used to tell a lot of people when it came to the Taisco guitars and the old Japanese, they're cool looking guitars, right? But they're a lower quality and they were made many, many years ago. When you get a 50-year-old inexpensive quality plywood guitar and you start trying to pull it apart and fix it, a lot of those parts and pieces weren't designed for that to live that long.
Oh yeah, they weren't. They weren't made to be taken apart and put back together.
They disintegrate. And thinking that you're gonna just, I'm gonna
Blue
put
Mox
this
has the winning answer here, though. I think.
What's that?
You open the case and it smells like pee.
So there's a specific version of case where the glue it's like not a pea smell, but it's like a ammonia-ish smell in Fender plastic hard shell cases. I think it was the late 80s or early 90s. They had this glue in there that you can open up 100 of them and they all kind of smell the same. And you're like, ew, is it pee? And then you take out the guitar and the guitar's fine.
I think McCallum Music's here because most modern signature models are yuck.
Right? I mean, and they're a lot of money. You're paying a ton of money. So number one reason was, bad vibes. Person's a jerk. What about you, Charles?
For me, like I said, it's a complete basket case. It's missing more parts than it's worth. And Time Surfing Alien here says budget is his biggest restraint on that.
Yeah, always. Budget. I would buy a Music Man something, an Axis or something custom tomorrow. If ever I find myself just sitting around spending money.
Ryan, that's hilarious. Number one reason not to buy a guitar, it was owned by Quentin James.
Oh, yeah. Tobacco smelling guitars, not doing it. Can't do it. So amazing deal, amazing find. That is like, sometimes I'll spend the money if it's just such a good find. Or if it's such a good deal.
John is even more on the money here. You open the case and it smells like someone else's urine.
Exactly. Or puke. On an amp.
Apparently, John's of the opinion if it's your piss, it's okay.
A little bit of pee on the guitar is no big deal. Number 3 reason for me to buy the guitar.
Well, did we do a number 2?
Yeah, amazing deal, amazing find, great price. That was kind of said earlier by a chat member. But you got number 2 for.
You latched onto someone else's idea. Okay, that's right. Yeah,
it's the writing you can't see.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll go number 3. Something that my role models played. I might buy a guitar just because Kurt Cobain had one, or just because, I bought a Lakewood guitar because I liked Glenn Phillips' tone so much, and that's I bought a expensive acoustic guitar because I liked someone who had that tone. So there you go.
Yeah, it's kind of like my number 2 is nostalgia, right? It is the nostalgia of it. I think a lot of the early stuff that I listened to was rockabilly. So a semi-hollow or a hollow body guitar that's where that lived, right? Yep, a lot of it. And so that speaks to me in a lot of the music that I like to listen to.
Totally.
So, yeah.
I kind of thought that for some reason that the Lakewood guitar was going to make me sound like him, and I was wrong. What made me sound more like him was 10 years of playing the Lakewood and singing songs, right? And having the inspiration to try to think I was sounding like something. So I'm thankful for that, because were it not for that drive to become that, I would have never reached what I reached and then moved beyond it, And so thank you for that, Glenn.
And Michael B. Live being practical here. Welcome in, Michael, by the way. Reason not to buy, you don't have enough hanger space to make it ready to play. You have a place to, the idea is you buy it, you don't have a place to store it, you're going to put it away, you're not going to play it.
Wait, hold on. I got to show you guys something, because that's funny you say that, because look, we got an empty spot.
Oh, there's an empty spot.
Well, no, there's 2 Presleys that are in progress, so they're going to fill them up. But I've just been building slow. Building slow. So what else?
All right, so I guess we go on to reason number 2 not to buy, right?
They won't negotiate at all.
Can't get your, I'm on board with that one. You can't get your price. Yeah.
I'll negotiate. We don't have to get my price, but we're not just getting the starting price. Come on, that's not how it's done.
Right, but I can be a bit stubborn. When I look at a guitar, and once I've touched and put my hands on it, my mind assigns a price to it. And if you don't come to that price, I don't buy it. And I wouldn't have that Guild acoustic behind me if Ben Coombs didn't say, "Look, it's $9. Go back to the damn store and pick it up."
Well, yeah, $9, right? That's where I'm at, where I would kind of, but if you're not going to negotiate at all, then,
Yeah, if you're not going to negotiate at all, we're not having a discussion. Because, yeah.
I mean, so that was just a deal breaker, which let's just jump on to the next one of no reasons why. I'd rather build one. Number 3.
I like that.
Especially if you encounter number 1 and number 2, then you'll just go on to number 3 automatically. Like number 1, the guy was a jerk, and then they won't negotiate with me at all. Oh yeah, well screw you. I'll go build it myself because now I have the motivation from this experience, right? So yeah, sometimes it takes number 1 and number 2 to get you to number 3.
So give me that number 3 again.
I'd rather build it. I'd rather just build one.
And for me, that is the lot that goes into my number 3 for buying one. It looks like crap, and I can fabric top it.
Right.
It gives me another project to work on. Right.
Bring it into the well, you kind of always do that, right? If you see the right price, you pull the trigger because you're always on the move for more stuff that can go into the workshop to eventually get down.
Yeah, I try to keep a back stock that way. If someone's looking for something in particular, maybe I already have it on hand. Because sometimes I'm asked to source something, right? People are looking for something not as expensive, and if I already have it, then it makes it a lot easier. But those are the ones that I won't buy unless it's an outrageous deal, right? Like for example, I've got a junior sitting down here waiting to be fabric top. Could have bought another junior today, but for it was like $20 more than I really wanted to pay.
You were on that was your cutoff, right?
Right. It was because and that was the cutoff there because I have one sitting right here that's waiting. Right now, if I didn't have it, then I probably would have paid that price because it was at the normal price of what I pay for a junior.
Okay.
And so,
not bad.
Think about that. All right. So, are we on? So, I gave you a reason to buy.
I'll give you another reason to buy. My number 4 reason to buy. I know I can sell it later for the same or more money.
Yeah.
So it's just like what I have to call it every week, parking your money. If I have the money and it allows me to use gear and then move it down, and I usually don't go backwards. And if I do, it's a very small amount, which is almost like a totally fair rental for having whatever I had.
Welcome in, Wayne McConnell. He's been waiting to be heard for a little bit while. BC Rich says, reason number 2 not to buy. The monthly finance plan takes you past both summer and winter Olympics.
And what?
It's going to take you a while to pay it off.
Oh, I get you. All right.
And Ryan's number 2 reason not to buy, you can't play summer nights on it.
If you can't, right, there you go. If it doesn't have a trans trim, it's not gonna. Well, you can. You just need a capo. And you got to move your capo, right? Wait, tell me this. Does it go down below? It probably goes down below E. And you need more than a capo, I think. You'd have to do a bunch of open tunings or whatever.
McCall Music has started buying Warmoth parts, and I've been fortunate enough to have a couple Warmoth necks run through my workshop, and they're nice. They're nice for sure. And Octopus here says Warmouth plant sales are pretty great. I still love this neck.
This is Warmouth right here.
Yeah.
This is a Warmouth. Actually, it's a Craigslist. But it's Warmouth, but it's Craigslist Warmouth. It was $200, y'all.
I didn't say I bought from Warmouth. I said I have Warmouth have made your way through. Eddie Faye says if it has more than 6 strings or less 6 strings, that's number 2 reason not to buy it. It's easy to be a guitar if it has 7+ strings, and if it has 4, it's a bass.
I wish I liked 7-string guitars because you see them all the time for good deals. Like I wish I liked playing a 7-string, and I should probably just get an inexpensive one or build one to see if I can fall. If maybe there's a tuning that I would like. Baritone with the capo, says John.
Yep. Yeah. And BC Rich says Warmouth is hard to beat for quality and selection. Where else can you get 2 or 3 different neck designs that are Strats and Gibson scale? Right?
Totally.
With a Gibson scale, excuse me.
Yeah.
I love Octopus ears here, though. Yeah, if a guitar has 8 strings, it's too many.
It's too many strings.
Until Octopus ears finds the one he falls in love with. For 3 months.
There's a lot of people that play way, way, way too many notes with 6 strings. And then you add 7, and then there's more notes. And then you add 8, and they're just even doing more notes. And they had plenty of notes in 6. They could have probably went down to 5 because they're already playing fast. Most of those guys are fast. They could just do 5 strings. Probably do ukulele and do fine.
Wayne McConnell, that is a great reason for being late. Gluing the back on an old 30s Bellevue parlor guitar. Why not?
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, getting it back together. Mm-hmm. Number 4 reason to not. Number 4 reason to not is because you got no money. I got household priorities. Sometimes.
Oh yeah. Well, going hand in hand with that is you're not playing what you have.
Yeah, I mean, I got tons of guitars. I got every kind of guitar I could ever want. I don't even play the guitars I love the most as much as I should. I feel guilty. What is up with that?
Trev, I could use some over here.
What is up with having a number 1 that you covet so much because you love it because it was your dad's, and then you never play it because you keep it hidden because somebody could break into your house and steal it? That's stupid. I am crazy. But I'm still keeping it in the closet. I'm not taking it out.
So Fox Guitar Rock says, buy a 7-string and set it up like Keith. So only put 6 strings on it.
There you go. Well, yeah, just buy a bunch of... The only problem is the fretboard be so wide. But I have pretty wide hands. My hands are pretty wide. Or I got a very narrow face. One or the other. You guys decide how narrow my face is. So, all right, we ran through my list too fast, Charles. We went through.
Hello there, William Silva. Well, we've got. I'm sure we've got enough to carry us through. When we could keep going even, right?
Totally.
I think I'm only on 3 or 4 anyway.
Yeah.
Right. So, for me, it's that sometimes I have to have this particular guitar in this particular color.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Right. You've decided you like the guitar, but you want the specific color for it.
Right. And so like when I got the Gretsch, it's, Gretsch with the, the violin finish. Love it. Right. But, with Gretches, I absolutely love the Cadillac green color. And so I'm still hankering for a Gretsch that is Cadillac green or that sapphire blue that they do.
Okay.
And
you need a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of something.
Yeah, a little bit of
a little sparkle going. Yeah, everybody likes a little bit of sparkle.
And who doesn't want a white Falcon, right? So, So
what did I have that was it wasn't a white Falcon, it was an Epiphone. It was an Epiphone Wildcat, and it had so much feedback. But I was also playing it through a half stack, but it had
all right. That's mean.
What? Number 4 reason not to buy. Oh, thank you. It's in my original headstock design. That's why Ryan doesn't even have headstocks, by the way, people, because he can't even deal with looking at any headstock.
That's right.
He's headstock phobic.
He's headstock adverse.
And hold on, before you go too far, because people might not, because the way the internet is, this is my headstock design. Okay, tell me how ugly this is. Not the other one that everybody.
Let's do this right.
It doesn't have the logo on it.
Get out of the way.
But this is my current. I should put my eyeball. You can see my eyeball looking right at you through there. Anyway, this is my headstock design. It is not the ugly one that has the spin around that I know he's making fun of, and it's okay to make fun of that. This is the little neck. Look at this. That's with the True Oil.
That ended up coming out really nice, I think.
Right? Not bad.
Yeah.
I took some of the. I still have to finish the fretboard. I was buffing out the fretboard, not buffing it out, but kind of
not bad from a guy from California.
What do we know? We're a bunch of almond milk drinking cow
I was going with
pasteurized.
granola, but okay.
You know what I had for lunch today? Granola.
See?
With my smoothie. That had protein powder. Oh, boy,
You know, Ben, I'm just saying, if your signature guitar came in green, it would have sold more. I'm just
it wasn't
that out
available
there.
in green, huh?
So Sadie Lampdo was saying they went to the Blues Museum guitar class to donate a guitar, and the students all had gold guitars.
Oh, that's cool. Well, they got him in like some special deal or something, or they just randomly had all purchased gold guitars.
I don't know. That's far out.
Yeah.
Especially since a lot of people are gold adverse guitar, right? You know,
I don't know. I like gold. I like Shoreline gold guitars. I've sold a couple of them. Let's see what else. I like gold hardware. Another reason not to buy a new guitar is you need to save that cash. Yes. Yeah. Everybody needs.
Yeah, I love it. And Martian Murray is correct. Cadillac green is awesome.
Yeah, Cadillac green is awesome. It is good. Mm-hmm. Yep.
No candy apple red, not on my Gretsch. I like it as a color, but
candy apple
not on my Gretsch.
Right there, I love it. It's almost that one's almost.
But I guess but I do kind of like it on Ben's Duo Jet though.
Yeah,
I'll give him that.
Number 5 reason not to buy from Presley is sometimes you just got to wait it out and see if the price will drop low. Right? If you're just on the fence and you don't need it and like this other criteria and you're like, wait for the price to drop to where you just can't and you have to resort to the other side, amazing deal. You know? So just wait it out when in doubt and see if it drops down. Check back later. Mm-hmm.
So Eddie Fay likes to see the beautiful wood on a guitar, right? It needs to have some kind of soul to it, right? Okay.
I like both. I do like to see like this guitar. I love you can see through the burst and you can see the grain and it's also nitro, so it's got tons of checking and it's got dings and dents. I love it, but I also love Super Sparkle.
Well, for me, a reason not to buy a guitar is because it's been relicked on purpose.
Okay.
All right. I am all for a guitar that is showing the wear of being used and gigged and and all that and finish all messed up. I'm okay with that as long as it's happened naturally. Even if it is your little sister coming in and poking a hole in it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm fine with relic guitars. I think they're cool. I think that there's bad relic guitars that just look embarrassing, and those are not as cool. But I think that it's cool to get the look of get the look of something that, like we said, like our Heroes guitars, they played them for 30 years and they play it all the time. And that's why Stevie Ray Vaughan's got all beat up. Well, I'm not going to be able to do that because I have to work to do what I got to. So I might want to Buy one relic. And I totally get your standpoint too, but I think that the reason why relic guitars has sold so many is because people like them. And I don't have one. I've reliced this guitar on my own, which is my only relic guitar, but I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's I'm really, because when I think of a guitar that's got a natural relic, it has a personality, it has a soul to it, right?
Right.
And when you're trying to manufacture that, you're missing the point.
Trying to get the checking in there to where you can see the checking. See if you can actually see the checking.
Yeah, the checking isn't really coming through so much, though.
On the black, a little bit. See there?
Yeah, a little bit on the end, yeah.
There's the dings are coming through, but the checking, there's some of the checking.
Right, and so I, but that's the thing. I think when you've got something that's natural, there's a story to tell there, right? There's an experience there, but and I think that creates a character and it creates a soul helps create a soul to a guitar. It's kind of like a pickup truck, right? The pickup truck should never be without dents. It's gonna happen.
I say get a guitar and don't be if you want to have a relic guitar, make sure to buy something that is nitro finished and just treat it unkind and it will relic. Don't put it on a stand.
Yeah.
Drag it around a little, bang it and bang it. It will relic.
Well, most of us, if we just play it, we're going to end up banging it on stuff anyway,
Right? Leave it in the sun, take the neck off, leave it in the bright sun, and then stick it in the freezer. And then take it back out and put it back in the bright sun, and then stick it in the freezer. And do that 4 times, and it will check up, and then you'll be nice and happy.
So Patrick Trice says number one reason not to buy a guitar is says no way. And I'm wondering if that's life.
Yeah.
Usually, right?
Well, number 4, we did number 4 reason to buy it was I know I can sell it later. You want to know what my number 5 reason
What's that?
It's my money, so mind your own damn business. Right? Dude, why do you care about what I buy? It's my money. It's my life. I'm going to buy what I want. If I want to buy a $5,000 Les Paul, I'm gonna. If I want to buy a $200 E-Art, I'm gonna. Just leave me alone. Come over there. I'm going to punch you right in your neck. Not you. I was just hypothetically the person that was going to mess with us.
I don't know. You might feel that way. Ryan has got a good point. If you're Ben Coombs, your number one reason not to buy guitars would be delivered by UPS.
Oh, God, UPS.
That was a freaking nightmare, huh, Ben? Thank God they finally got that to you. Got it back. It was terrible.
Oh, boy. Apparently, he was in charge of the whole shipping problem anyway. It was all Sherman's fault.
It was all Sherman. He did not follow instructions. Hello there, Bunkers. How are you, buddy? There he is. R2, R3 locking nut.
Oh, boy.
And he is letting everyone know Ernie Ball Music Man for life. And now he's out.
R3 locking nut. Damn, that was good. that was amazing.
Box Guitar Rock says he reliced his telly when the wall hanger broke free of the wall. See, that is character.
What? Yes, that's relicking. That's there was a time that I was going to open up a car lot and sell relict Priuses because I thought that would be a good idea. Like, you just get the most beat up ones but they're super nice inside. That have really comfortable seats and kind of tinted windows so that they're like a luxury inside, but then outside looks all jacked up so that you could park it in Oakland or San Francisco without it being instantly stolen. So, yeah, guitar abuse. It's a thing. By many people.
It is a thing. And we
try not to do it, but we do it. Mm-hmm.
And I think part of the relic scene really is it goes with that idea of having guitar like one of your favorite artists had, right? Because a lot of pros like to play a guitar that's a little beat up. I mean, think
Having
Trigger.
an Eddie, sorry, I'm
Think,
sorry, but
you know,
having an
think
Eddie Van
Stevie Ray
Halen
Vaughan.
guitar,
Yeah.
that it has no pickup in it and the scratch and painted, that's a relic guitar, and a lot of people have those, and so there's nothing, and I think those are cool, man. I played a bunch of them that were really good. I played a couple that were crap, but they were the lower end, and they just needed to be, like you said, when you buy it and it's a basket case and it just needs a lot, but they could be turned around. But I played some good ones. The pickups are killer in the high end.
Well, for me, when I look at one that's a basket case, it's all about what is it missing, right? It's like you got to make the calculus. What do I want to do to it? What am I willing to do to it? And is it going to just sit there?
Let a teenager borrow it.
Yeah. It's a great way to relic a guitar.
That's a good way to relic your Prius. Let a teenager borrow it. You'll have a relic Prius by the end of the night. Yep. That's funny.
R2, I'm not sure what's going on over there at your house.
In the springs when you dive. Oh. So apparently R2R3 wears a half shirt.
You wear a shirt, you solve that problem.
He has like that. He like ties it up in a ball, like right there. Dude, R2R3, we need to get in a band together, all right, bro? I'm willing to be the front man for that. If you're getting if your trem springs are getting caught in your stomach hair, we got to hang out. Yeah.
Martian Murray, that is more common than I think any of us are willing to admit. You stick your headstock in a ceiling fan.
Oh man.
Especially in the summertime.
Dave, hopefully no one's over on my channel trying to chat, because the only person over there, we know who's over there, right? Mustafa. He can't find his way out, and he went there for the wrong reason. So there's no one chatting on Presley's channel. Just come on over to the dark side. Come on over to Chatting with Charles.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, can I say one thing?
Internationally Insane Studio says, when you play guitar on stage and hit your 412 cabinet with the guitar, now it's relic.
Both the cab and the... Hey, I know that we all are fans of Ben Coombs, and we all have probably one friend that we know that is a guitar person, but maybe doesn't guitar YouTube as much yet. Let's everybody send a text with like either whatever video. Get Ben a bunch of more people watching his videos. Not that he even needs from the 50 people, but if we all did that, that'd be a lot, right? That'd be
if you're not watching over there, you're missing out. If you're not watching, a lot of people are missing out, right? OU812, you're missing out. Totally. If you're not watching Playing with Presley's, you're missing out. I'm just saying.
You can miss that and you'll be fine. Don't even worry about it. Most of my stuff is only funny in small segments anyway. If you tune in for 9 seconds, and it might be the right 9 seconds. You might be entertained, but probably not. I do my best, Charles. It's not that good.
So Eddie Fan is not a big fan of having a guitar shipped him. He wants to touch it. He wants to hold it. He wants to play it. He wants to do things he can't tell you about.
Oh, yep. You gotta give it a little... I get it.
Sometimes sometimes you just have to know, right?
And we kind of went through a time where there was no other way, and now we're back in the times of we can communicate again and make it through, and
So Gear Junkie said 35 says another good reason it frees up another guitar to flip or profit. So there's no out of pocket.
There's always a good. You can always do the rotation, right? Flip them through, man. If you're getting the right purchase, you can let it go.
And then I'm not depressed enough to play black satin guitars daily.
And put on like the emo eyeliner and like be like play only drop tuning. Somebody said something about this. Did I order this way? No. This was a design that out of the... I drew up a whole bunch of designs, and we went through them together. They're in my design book, which is upstairs, which is unfortunate. But anyway, I tried to do a couple a week, like I start with the Fender style, either Tele or Strat, and then I'll try to design within that or outside of that what would be on a paddle.
I am so sorry. The comments
Oh,
are
yeah.
getting better as we go.
I love it.
We have
Yeah.
Vox Guitar Rock saying he plays an SG because of Angus, but in an interview with him, he heard him say that they were crap, but he uses them because of how light they were. Right?
Oh,
Okay,
well,
that makes sense. And then going with the whole R2 theme here about getting his belly button hair caught into the trem springs. OU812 with some sound advice: don't let that guitar hang any lower.
yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Oh.
Be careful if you're ironing naked, and make sure that the ironing board is set to the proper level that will not put scars in areas that you don't expect them to ever go. Yeah. Pay attention, people.
So Sadie Lamp Duo, he plays a satin black LP guitar every day.
Because Sadie is a little bit sad. A little bit sad.
A little bit.
Wait, hold on. Sadie's not sad. That's crazy.
He's not sad. Not if you watch them. They're an entertaining group there.
Yeah. So maybe the black is actually just you know what the thing about black is that it's absorbing all of the colors except for white.
And Sadie Lamp Duo is coming back to Ben's show, so that'd be nice to see him in the chats there again.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, giving me a million reasons to buy a guitar. You're giving me a million reasons to buy an amp. You're giving me a million reasons. And I bowed down and paid. I paid Gibson lots and lots of money. I need a Les Paul today. I better spend all of my money.
So you ready to answer a question, or are you going to sing all night?
Sorry, that was moving. I've got a million pedals that I can sell away. And baby, I just need a Les Paul today.
So Blue Mock says he's selling an Epi 60s SG, a Jackson SLSDX, and a thin body LP copy to buy something he's going to play, that he will play, an Epi Cantrell Wino or a Wolfgang Special. Which should he get? So, Seth, I'm going to unmute you. You're allowed to answer the question.
Baby, I'm a leader. I'm so sorry.
Sherman, you're not doing your job over there.
I know. I couldn't help it. Let's see. What was the question, Charles?
So Blue Mox is selling an Epi 60s SG, a Jackson SLX DX, and a thin body LP copy because he wants to buy something he's actually going to play.
Oh.
And so he's trying to decide between the Epi Cantrell Wino or a Wolfgang Special.
Wolfgang Special.
And your reasoning for that would be?
Hands down, I will go for the Music Man 7 days of the week. And when they create an 8th day, which is highly unlikely, I would also buy it on that day if it were an 8th day.
Excellent. And Ryan has a follow-up question to that.
Okay.
To trim or not to trim? Hardtail or trim?
Yeah, I'm a hardtail. I'm a hardtail kind of guy but even the hardtail that I grew up with had a trim in it, but it's just still a hardtail. So I don't know. I say hardtail. Unless you're, unless you're got a real deal like a, trans tram.
So Ben is saying get the Wino. He demoed one and they play great.
Oh, well, I don't know if I would get an Epiphone versus a Music Man. I'm just saying for my money.
Well, I know that much like you, Ben does prefer the hardtail, and his Music Man is hardtail, right? And
Music Man,
very rare
in California. Epiphone made in China. I know that they're good. They are fantastic guitars. Don't get me wrong, but I would get the Music Man.
Well, that's a great thing about this community, though. We all have different likes. I mean, for example,
here's the thing.
I love a green guitar. Ferd Burfel hates a green guitar.
Right, and also Ben might get the Epi because he has a couple of Music Men, right? Doesn't he have 2?
Yes.
There you go. And he doesn't have a Epi Les Paul that I've seen him play at home, so I get that reasoning totally. But if I was choosing between the 2, I go the Music Man route. Plus, they're very light. They've got a very thin nut profile. They're very comfortable. There's a lot of reasons to get them. Great guitars.
Yeah, and Ben says EVH isn't currently making a hardtail Wolfgang, so so he's been trying to source one for everybody.
What is a Wolfgang something different than a Music Man? I thought that was a Music Man.
It's they were made by Music Man. Now when the EVHs they went over to Fender, right?
Right.
They're all Fender made, so they're not Music Man anymore, right? It's the same.
I would be talking about the Music Man one. Because I didn't know about all those shenanigans.
So Sadie Lamp Duo says he loves a Floyd tail on a SG. So,
interesting.
And Ben just wants to let you know he does have an Epi LP Seth. It's a 1919 made in Korea.
Nice. Yeah, I know. I get it. He's got something. He has every tone. He's a guy that is ready to do studio musician stuff anytime somebody needs it. He would have all the tones and be able to come in and lay it down.
So McCollum Music says he's a hardtail Bigsby kind of guy, but he wants a Trans Trem just because, and I think that may have something to do with OU81 too.
Yeah, man, you get inspired. You see that kind of stuff. You get inspired to want to do those cool key changes.
I think I'm a lot like a lot of people. Like on my Strats, they all have tremolos, but I never put a tremolo arm in them. Right?
You know what I could buy for less than a Trans Trem?
And
a bass.
Yeah, but when I look at a Gretsch,
right,
I'm of that mind it should have a Bigsby.
Yeah.
Right, because to me, Gretsch equals Bigsby, right? And the
hardtail ones are cool too. Like if you're just doing strumming all night and you're just gonna chord it out, you don't want to have to mess with tuning.
And so for a Trans Trem for me would be a waste, just because I just don't play that well to make that happen.
Trans Trem for me might be a waste too, because it's like really relearning, and being ready to transpose, right? So you might be a little bit ahead of the game as far as you can read music already, and that's helpful if you're transposing. Very helpful.
Eddie Faye says if you don't love the guitar and you're going to shoot it in the gravel pit after it's 14 months old, then that guitar ain't for you, my friend.
Right. Just buy one that you'll be able to not have to shoot. You can just sell it and get it, or give it away, or get it down the road. Yeah.
And so it is all that is the really cool thing about us all as guitar players is we all have our own things that we like and we don't like, and it's great that there's that variety out there.
Totally. Like McCollum Music says he's using the Digitech Whammy, so he can transpose without having to use a Trans Trem, which is way less expensive. Yep. But I'd say that probably has a different feel when you're playing. Like each key, chime in on this, Ryan. Does the guitar have any of a different feel as you go in and out of the keys, or they all feel the same?
Well, that's interesting, right? Yeah.
Right. Does it have? I mean, it's not necessarily changing the tension to do what it's doing. It's just changing the tuning. I don't know how it does what it does. And some things I want to just let happen.
BC Rich has a great point here. Number 4 reason not to buy it: as a scalp fretboard or a Floyd speed loader. And I'm with him all day on a scalp fretboard, because usually when it has a scalp fretboard, it's some guy that did it himself in his garage and he messed it up.
I'm gonna scallop the fretboard with that headstock, and I'm gonna send it to Ryan.
So Ryan says it does feel different.
Oh, see, yeah, that's all right. What? Dude, I got the beam going tonight. I thought it might feel a little bit, and that is a big. So that you can't get that with a Digitech Whammy. You're not going to have that different feel, which is probably part of the smile that was on Eddie's face when he was playing those things.
Randy Crooks tends to buy guitars because they strike him, right? And they feel right in his hand, and he loves them. And so this was the case. He bought this Nuno Betancourt acoustic, right? He didn't know that it was a signature guitar when he bought it. He just loved it. But now that he knows, he's also thrilled by that idea.
Right. No, that's not a bad buy at all. That ended up being the right one.
No doubt, be serious. They used a Dremel to do it.
Oh, yeah. I think that pretty good topic tonight, right? The five reasons to buy.
Seth, I think you were right on the money. This is why you're the idea man for the show.
It wasn't me, Charles.
Oh, really? Where did the title of the show come from?
Where do you think it came from, Charles? I'm the real idea man behind this whole Guitar Safari. Is me and only me and a little bit of Eddie.
A little bit of Eddie. Okay. I'm glad he set that straight.
I know, right? This guy, he's a dick, but he's got it together. He's got it together. So, yeah. Oh, dude, thank you.
Hey, Jeff
Ryan,
K.
We had fun.
Welcome in.
Jeff K.
Yeah, we did manage to kill the hour with the topic for sure.
Right? And come on, Ryan, since you're here, come on. Once
Ryan,
I have my logo on there,
Ryan, would you please rate this on a scale of 1 to 10?
Don't
10 being the best, 1 being the worst.
I'm looking at you, man. Come on. I know that it's kind of a little bit like a Schecter, probably a little bit like a Sir, a little bit like whatever, but it ain't like a Fender. And I swear to God, I drew this. I showed a bunch to Charles, even different ones. I had a different version that was a little tiny bit different around the head. Didn't have quite the beaky. It was a little bit more like rounder.
Okay,
and I get an 8. Dude,
you got an 8?
I would take a 5 from you, dude, because you're a guitar dude. You've been around the block. You know what you're doing with all. So thank you, brother. I appreciate you very much.
Okay, so Ben is throwing a little water on the fire.
Take a 6.2 from Ben. Ben is also a wizard. A 6.2 puts you on the upper end. That rounds you up to 10. And
then Ryan has revised. Okay, a 7.2.
I'll take a 7.2. We're still rounding up.
I think Ryan still feels bad for giving you grief for the other ones.
No, dude, that's fine. I actually enjoy the fact that, you don't talk to the people you don't like at all, right? So when you're making a little bit of fun of me, I appreciate you, dude. It's all good. And God knows that is an ugly. I was cursed with that headstock. That came out of me. I can't believe that was like me purging some kind of ugly.
It did.
Nature, right? That's scary.
But
imagine if I would have had children, Charles.
Sometimes you have to go horribly wrong before you get it right.
Right. That was
in McCallum Music says, Seth, do a reverse 28-inch and he's game.
A reverse what?
28-inch and he's game.
A reverse headstock, 28-inch scale length.
I'm trying to figure out what the 28 inch is referring to. I guess that would be it, but
that would be. I mean, if So here's the thing. I'm about to start
building NYC
next on my own. I've already built the 2x4 caster, which I'll have an update on, which is getting a little bit of stain on it. I'm not going to really stain it. And the kids, I tried to get the kids to finish sanding it, and they like totally gave up on it to the where I'm like, all right, I almost got a little bit mad. Not mad, but I was like, all right, we're finishing it. And at the end, when somebody says, what up with these lines, I'm going to say, yep, they wanted to freaking quit. So we just they need to make it a guitar because they're losing interest. So anyway, it's getting there. It's almost done. We laser cut a wood pick guard for it this last week.
So Ryan, we mentioned it earlier in the show, but my guest on Chatting with Charles is going to be BC Rich 581, and he has got a great wit to him. He's got all kinds of great guitars and bass guitars, so it should be a good time.
Nice.
For sure. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, Ben says that the 28 is a baritone scale length.
Yeah.
So when I order my templates from Maximum Guitar Works, I think that I have the option of getting a baritone scale length neck template included. It might be a little bit of a upcharge, and I might do that because I'm going to be making these necks from scratch and doing my own carved designs, which will be, it'll be what I like to play. So it might be very much like a C shape neck. So yeah. Heck, dude, it'll be fun. The 2x4 caster is going to be awesome, by the way. It's going to be pretty cool for what it is. I think we'll be pretty happy with it. But I did not make the neck on that. But anyway, we'll get through this one.
There you go.
Right on, man. Well, dude, Sunday, I'll see you there. I'll probably be driving like I normally am, but I'll stop in to just say what's up. And then you got videos coming this week, or are you just busy?
I will be shooting video, but I won't be posting video.
Got it.
I'm trying to, before I work on any other project, since my time is so limited, I am finishing up the Charles Green guitar, and I'm like on the verge of being done. And so, but I just don't. My last couple of weeks, I just hadn't had time to even get out there.
I get it.
Yeah.
I'm building my nephew a guitar. He's been waiting patiently, but so at least Ryan would trust me to design a headless headstock for him, which is nice. Yeah, it's good to have that kind of confidence in you.
That made my night. That made my night.
It's a good way to wrap up the show with a little bit more. Just poke him. I think he's down.
Folks, make sure that you have a great weekend. Stop by Chatting
around for the song
on Sunday. Learn all about BC Rich 581 and his guitar journey. Make sure that you go over to Ben Coombs' channel on Sunday because his guest is going to be, I believe, unfucking believable.
Oh wow!
And he'll be joined also by Symmetry.
We're giving you a million
I noticed I didn't
reasons
get
to
the invite to be in that. And my feelings aren't hurt at all.
No.
So no pressure.
No pressure.
But I am deeply looking forward to the OU812 show on Sunday. Those are getting better and better and better with all different members of the community coming in and jamming with those folks, and they are always a blast. The humor is amazing. The music is fantastic, and
they always shred.
If you're not there, you're missing something, folks.
Well, I'm at work usually, so that's
yes. When's the Buffalo meeting? Marcia Marie asked. Well, the Buffalo meeting is this Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern, but more importantly, it's at 12 Central.
Oh, of course, yes, because you got to make sure that the time warp people know where to go. They know where to be. That's cool. Right on. Tomorrow at 1. I will be working, unfortunately. It kind of sucks.
You got a phone.
Wait, 1 Eastern? Yeah, I'll be working. Teaching drums. A whole bunch of drums. I'm going to be. So, yep. We're giving you a million reasons to click off the show. We're giving you a million reasons that you can go. We're giving you a million. About a minute. No. Come on, people. Charles and me. About to take you on guitar safari. So turn on your computer, turn on your phone. 'Cause it's about to go down. 1 volume, 1 tone. Yeah, Charles and me. We're about to take you on guitar safari. So turn on your computer and turn